Okay, so I need to be like this. All right.
Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world. You can change your heart. You can change your mind. You can change your life. Can change your world.
Hey, Grand Rising to you, billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That book that I wrote there is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way, but if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Well, today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, man, we are just going to get our quick portion in of our daily motivations for African-American success. This is a book written by brother Dennis P. Kimbro, Daily Motivation for African-American Success. We're going to hop right into this thing this morning. Our title for today is A Flash of Inspiration. A Flash of Inspiration here on our daily motivation. And we'll start with our quote of the day. So our quote today comes from a brother named Cotrell, and he says this. He's a founder of a Proline Corporation, a Black man. And he says this, and I quote, the greatest inspiration is often born of desperation. The greatest inspiration is often born of desperation. Good morning to you, Ms. Vivian Reed. Thanks so much for joining us here live on YouTube. Now ask yourself this, man, that quote that Brother Cotrell just shared with us, the greatest inspiration is often born out of desperation. Here's what I found, that people change either by inspiration or desperation, but mostly by desperation. When they get sick and tired of being sick and tired, they're fed up and they finally want to make a change. That's typically where the creativity comes in. That's typically where the new inventions come. That's typically where the solution to this problem that's been upsetting your stomach, upsetting your mind, upsetting your health, your body, your soul. That's typically where a lot of inspiration comes from people that actually want to change, not just talk about it. So the greatest inspiration is often born out of desperation. When you get serious about this thing. Well, let's get right into our motivation, see what our brother Kimbro has for us here today. Let's read. Just as we are now, each of us has all that we need to succeed. You and I are thoughts in the mind of God, and God cannot be defeated. One sage said, there is no invention, only discovery. There is no invention, only discovery. The people who succeed are those who adapt, combine, create, and make the best use of what they have been given to work with. George Washington Carver, for example, was a God-inspired genius of the highest caliber. When most of us look at the peanut, we see a tiny seed, but Dr. Carver saw more than 300 different uses for the peanut, including washing powder, shaving cream, bleach, paper, ink, and synthetic rubber. He also discovered 118 uses for the sweet potato. Everybody put in the comments below, discover. As he said, there is no invention, only discovery. So he also found 118 uses for the sweet potato. In short, he accepted what was given, recognized its uniqueness, and served the world through it. Dr. Carver put into action the maxim, what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. What you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. Well, beautiful people, I want you to think about that right now. What are you making of yourself as your offering back to your Creator? What you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. No matter what our past, our troubles, or our limitations, there's always a way for us to turn seemingly futile circumstances into splendid success. There is, for example, a powerful story of a woman in New England who lost the use of her arms and legs but refused to be beaten. She put a paintbrush in her mouth and began to draw the lovely country scenes she saw from her porch. Now she sells many of her paintings as Christmas cards. Her business is successful in more ways than one. We are different from all our other creatures because of the gift of imaginative wisdom. Animals see things as they are, but we see things as they can be. We have been given the divine ability to transform. It is exactly this wisdom that enables us to transcend circumstances. You and I have the phenomenal ability to change. You and I have the phenomenal ability to make something of ourselves, to change our circumstances, to do something different. That comes down to a choice. And that choice is born either out of inspiration or desperation. I venture to say, billionaires, that many of us simply have not changed because we have not got desperate enough. It doesn't hurt enough. We haven't got better just because we've gotten comfortable. There's no uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable enough, because when it stings hard enough, when it bleeds long enough, when you've had more than just enough, that's when your inborn creativity begins to create a solution for this problem that you may have. A flash of inspiration. Well, we also have an affirmation of the day, beautiful people, that allows us to remember what we read today. And affirmations, I believe, are something that we can use to transform ourselves. It said the power of life and death is in the tongue, and so we can use our tongue to speak life into our life, to speak change into our circumstances, to solve the problems that we might find in our life, to ease the stress that, or the distress that we may have in our bodies. Affirmation of the day, repeat after me. I can change any conditions I find undesirable by using my inborn creativity. Affirmation of the day, we'll do this a couple more times. Again, it allows us to repeat and then put into our embodiment. Our affirmation of the day, again, repeat after me. I can change any conditions I find undesirable by using my inborn creativity. My inborn creativity. See, sometimes when you speak these words, you begin to think about them a little bit. Say, man, I can change. And then just keep saying it again, I can change. And then you go into, I am changing. Change is necessary. Let's do it one more time for the people in the back, the people in the way back. Our affirmation of the day to help us get our day started, get us on our way. This time, say it with some resolve, like you really mean it. Letting the world know that you're serious about this thing. Repeat after me. I can change any conditions I find undesirable by using my inborn creativity. Now, as you repeat that affirmation to yourself, I want you to think about maybe an undesirable condition that you find in your life right now. I want you to consider that, even though sometimes it's not, we don't really want to think about the things that we don't like. But I'm asking you to think about the thing that you don't like, whatever you find undesirable. And then when you come across to that point, that remembrance, that thing that pops up, here's what you can do. You can use this affirmation and simply say that I can change this undesirable condition. All I got to do is use my inborn creativity. Well, beautiful people, I want you to know that you absolutely can change. If it is to be, it's up to you. It's your decision. It's your choice to change. It's your choice to tap into the greatest gift that you've been given, which is your imagination, your creativity, because out of your imagination, your creativity comes the ideas to solve your problems. You don't have to wait on somebody else. You don't have to wait to be great. You can choose to begin that process today. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read, and our daily motivation for African American success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. Hopefully you got something out of our quote of the day. Hopefully you got some of our passage for the day. And hopefully you got something out of our affirmation for the day. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, I venture to say we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.